Hi, my name is Death, and this is a story about hypocrisy. And no, this is not a story about political things or hating on the cops. Even though we are in this atmosphere, I'm just gonna point out the hypocrisy in its best, and it's due to the recent murders of George Floyd. Rest in peace, that man. But this is a story years ago about a person I know and her hypocrisy right now. Her hypocrisy right now is very funny to me. And let's get with the story. So the story begins with me dealing with my very first relationship being over and stuff, and I was taking it pretty hard. I called my friend, let's call him Pointer. He was really nice. He just come and join along with me while I was in my sad state, and he was calling me like, "Hey, Death, how you doing, man?" I'm like, I don't know, man. Things are so hard on me, and I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with it. And like, I need somebody to be with me. I don't know, man. Pointer was really nice about it, and he was like, "Dude, I will be right there, and with our best friends. Let's call them Jose and William. Jose and William and I are gonna be picking you up. Just stay put." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man." He's like, "Oh, Madison's here. Let's talk. You want to talk to Madison?" I'm like, "Oh, sure, why not? Whatever's. I don't know." Then Madison's like, "Hey, Death. I heard that you're dealing with something." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm dealing with something right now. It's just relationship problems. I don't know what to do." And she was like, "Oh, well, that's okay. Things have to go that way." And mind you, I just wanted to let you guys know that I had a crush on Madison back in high school. Sweet, courageous, bold, strong woman. She is. That's one of those features that made me super interested in Madison. She was really cool. So Madison's like, "Oh well, right now Pointer's getting your friends. You're gonna drive wherever you are. Stay put. I will be in school and I will go home. And yeah." So Pointer, Jose, and William, they picked me up and they dropped me off at my girl's place for a second, and then that's a whole story on its own right there. Then we were driving back, and they're like, "Oh, where you want to go, Death? You can say wherever you want to go. I will take you, Death." And I was like, "Jose, can you just take me to Madison's house? I just wanted to apologize for making her worried. Like, I just didn't want to make her worried that much." And he was like, "Well, oh, okay." William was like, "Do you think that's a good idea?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course it's a good idea. I'm just, like, because I feel bad to make Madison worried about me." And he's like, "Oh, okay." They dropped me off. I said goodbye to them. I rang the doorbell to Madison's house, and she opened the door, and I apologized. I'm like, "Madison, I'm super sorry that I made you worried." And she was like, "Well, that's okay, Death. Basically, I was very worried, and I hope you're doing okay, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing all right, you know. Things are pretty stable right now. Oh, that's good. That's good. And my dummy mind decided like, hey, why not? Like, you should tell her because you're not gonna see her for a good sec or so. Like, that's my instincts telling me that. And I was like, oh, Madison, I wanted to tell you something that back in high school I had a crush on you, and I just wanted to tell you that. And then Madison respectively just backed off a little bit, and she's like, oh, well, that's cool. And then Sarah came along, and she's like, hey, Dad, how you doing? I'm like, oh, yay, it's Sarah. I'm like, oh, I'm just, dealing with a relationship problem, my first relationship problems, and I kind of feel kind of down, but right now, things could go better, and she was super nice. She basically, we were sitting in the Madison's stoop, and we were just talking about high school, but back in the day, and Madison decided, like, hey, I'm gonna call an administrator or somebody. I'm like, oh, you do you do you. And while I was talking to Sarah, out of nowhere, I hear whoop whoop whoop, and I was like, what? Oh, those are cop cars. I wonder what's going on. Like 4 cop cars. Not 3, not 2, not 1, but 4 cop cars. And I'm like, oh, well, I wonder what's going on, And the officer came to my direction, and like there was 9 officers like right in front of me, and I was like, oh snaps. So what I did, I was so dumb in the time. I grabbed Sarah. I was like, Sarah, you're gonna be my white shield. And she's like, Death? I'm like, what? I don't want to get shot. The thing that made it super funny was the officer's reaction when I was using Sarah as a white shield. His reaction was extremely priceless. The only thing I wanted to know is, how did Madison get all these cops like right in front of me? Like, I just wanted to know, like, probably this is her reaction when she was calling the cops, and that's why there was 9 officers probably right in front of me.
Hello? Police? Yes. My friend? He's insane. I don't know what's going on. Yes. Yes. I live such and such. But please come here quickly. My friend is insane. He's insane. I need all the police officers, please. He I don't know what he's gonna do. He's probably insane.
The officer, he was just starting to question me. I kind of looked sad at the time, but the thing is, I'm a mother fudging actor. So basically, I just remained calm, collective, and I was telling the officer, like, oh no, officer, yes, officer, things are doing all right, officer. But with my light secondary voice, oh no, officer, things are doing all right, you know? This is just a jolly day, you know. Just things that goes on. Trouble, I know, there's no such thing called trouble. No, the thing is, I'm not lying to the cop officer. It's just that just surprised me that that Madison called the cops on me, and I felt the way that she did me dirty. And while I was being questioned, Sarah was being questioned now. I was still holding her in front of me because I'm using her as a white shield. uh, like that's back in the day. um, then Madison was in the sideline. She was with like four officers, and she was just telling her story in the corner or some shiz. I was just trying to be calm, collective. I just don't want to deal with shiz, and they wanted to put me in a warden, the hospital with the unstable. And I was like, oh, lovely. But I'm like telling the officers like, oh, everything is all right here, you know. Things are going all right. After I'm like almost finishing with the questioning, Madison's mom, Miss Jetson, who she was the best thing that she, she came in, she was screaming her head off. And I mean, she was screaming. It was pretty funny how she was screaming.
Madison, what's going on over here? What is going on right here?
Oh, hey, Miss Jetson. Yes, the police? Oh, they're for me, yes. Your daughter called them for me. She's such a sweet little girl.
After they questioned everybody and they questioned me, the officer's like, there's nothing serious going on right here. We're not gonna take you to a psych warden, and I wish you a great day, sir. The 9 officers, they just left. And what peeved me off the most was when Madison said, "Oh, Death, if you want to come back, I'm always here. I'll help you out." In my mind, I'm like, you are a creaming serpent. You are a serpent. I hope, in my mind, that you realize what you done, and I ain't coming back. You can be my friend. I love everybody in this world. But you're gonna be the friend who's basically long distance, in my mind. But the reason why I'm telling you the story is 3.5 weeks ago, Mr. George Floyd passed away. Like, well, he got murdered, actually. Rest in peace, his soul. It's just that she posted, "Oh, we should not." Madison, this is what she posted. This is funny. She's like, "Oh, we should not call the fucking police, yada yada yada." And in my mind, I wanted to text her in Instagram and say like, "Oh, really? Do you remember the time about 3 years ago when you called the police on me?" Hmm. This I wonder who called the police on me. Oh yeah, you did. But yeah, this is the story about Death when he got called by the police. Lovely. Thank you for checking me out. More content will be released, more stories of myself, but check out my Instagram at death_Fedora with a PH. I know, very cringy. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day.